Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to our triumphant ThinkQuest 2000 finalists. Beginning with the Arts and Literature category, in alphabetical order, please welcome the team members from these websites. Hogwarts Online, with participants from Rhinebeck, Germany, Berlin, and Colorado. Musically Inclined, from Romania, California, and New York. The Art of Speech, with teammates from California, Minnesota, and Singapore. The Fourth Essential of Life, from Azerbaijan and California. And Van Gogh at Eton, sketches and billboards representing Massachusetts, the Netherlands, Nigeria, and Singapore. Next, the finalists in Sports and Health. Here are the members of Eyesight and Insight, with team members from New Delhi and Faridabad, India. The Human Genome and Leukemia website, representing Irvine and Huntington Beach, California. From Varna, Bulgaria, here are the developers of Poisonous Plants and Animals, Danger in Use, Beauty and Fun. And Citing the First Sense, Seeing is Believing, brings together a team from California, Connecticut, and Singapore. In the Science and Math category, please welcome Carbon is Forever. The team is from Dublin and Meath, Ireland. Cellupedia, from Arkansas, Connecticut, Delaware, Maryland, and Massachusetts. Next is the Dinosaur Tricks team from Iowa and 4 towns in Minnesota. Forces of Nature, with team members from Australia, California, and Cairo, Egypt. And from Stara Zagora in Bulgaria, Great Inventions, the Evolution of Man Through History. In the Social Sciences category, here is the Encyclopedia team, representing Argentina and California. Planets of Our Environment is the question asked by the teammates from Canada and Singapore. The Energy Planet team from Delaware, Pennsylvania, the Netherlands, and Singapore. Voyage of Exploration, Discovering New Horizons, from Australia, California, the Netherlands, and Utah. And next, World Mail from Australia, Singapore, and Washington State. In the interdisciplinary category, here are the teams from Butterfly on the Wings of Freedom, with a team from California, Germany, and Hong Kong. Fairground from Illinois, Ireland, Massachusetts, and Washington State. Next are the developers of Replicators, evolutionary powerhouses from Massachusetts and Chelyabinsk, Russia. The Learning Curve from Canada, Estonia, and Taiwan. And the team of the Unwritten, saving your photo stories for the future from Alaska, Arizona, and Minnesota. And finally, in a special award category, Math for Morons Like Us, represented by 2 of the 4 team members from 3 towns in Utah, USA. Team members, please be seated. And now, please welcome your host for the ThinkQuest 2000 Internet Challenge Awards, star of stage and television, and renowned master of ceremonies, Eric Conger.
State Councilor, Excellencies, ThinkQuest finalists, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to the 5th annual ThinkQuest Internet Challenge Award. Madame le Conseiller d'État, Excellences, finalistes de ThinkQuest, Mesdames et Messieurs, bonsoir et bienvenue à la 5e édition de la remise des prix du ThinkQuest Internet Challenge. We're here tonight to celebrate the talent, the creativity, the dreams and the inspirations of thousands of ThinkQuest participants throughout the world, who are all part of this event. You know, it's really quite an honor to be right here at CERN, because CERN, the birthplace of the World Wide Web, has indirectly helped make this event and all our previous ThinkQuest events possible. the extraordinary international collaboration that has brought together so many of the world's greatest scientific minds here in this very historic place is also a perfect reflection of the spirit of the ThinkQuest Internet Challenge, the free and open exchange of ideas between contestants from widely different cultures across national boundaries for the sole purpose of exploring and advancing our knowledge and understanding of the universe. And that is precisely what these wonderful young people who are with us tonight have been doing, coming together from all corners of the globe to help us understand the mysteries of art, literature, sports, health, the social sciences, virtually every human endeavor. So for that, please join me right now in thanking them from the bottom of my heart. They, you, are our future. And speaking of international cooperation, I'd like to welcome our distinguished guests in the audience this evening, including the ambassadors to Switzerland from Bulgaria, Her Excellency Leah Cohen, First Secretary Irana Bagirova, the Canadian Ambassador, His Excellency John J. Noble, the Indian Ambassador, His Excellency Niranjan Desai, and in addition, we are honored by the presence of several distinguished guests representing the embassies of their countries in Switzerland. From Azerbaijan, Secretary I. Azadov and R. Salimkhanov. From Argentina, Cultural Attaché Alejandro Herrero. From Australia, Consul General Malcolm Skelly. From Estonia, Consular Ruve Schank. From Germany, Consul Marcus Zimmermann. From Ireland, Secretary Don Sexton. From the Netherlands, Consular Alfred Biesma. From Nigeria, Senior Consular D.O. Falowo and his wife. From Romania, Secretary Florin Ciolacu. And from Singapore, First Secretary Iris Geddes. And from Taiwan, Director of the Economic and Cultural Mission of Taiwan, Kyo Yu-tung, and Secretary of the Mission, Wen Jiang-hu. Thank you all for sharing this very special evening. Earlier today, I was talking to some of the scientists here at CERN, and after spending a long time trying to find a subject about which I knew more than they did, I finally found one: old movies. But you know, they can't even touch me on that. Can't even come close. But I must admit, my knowledge of antimatter is limited to what I've seen on Star Trek. Anyway, we've got a very exciting program ahead of us this evening. I'm very proud to be your host for this evening's festivities. So to begin, please join me in welcoming the Chief Executive Officer of ThinkQuest, the President and CEO of Advanced Network and Services, Dr. Terry Rogers.
Thank you, Eric, and thank you all for joining us here this evening. I'd like to personally welcome you all to the ThinkQuest Internet Challenge Awards ceremony. I am so excited to be here, and especially at CERN, which is certainly the perfect setting for us tonight. You know, when I became the CEO of ThinkQuest at the beginning of last year, little did I realize what a challenging and inspiring year 2000 was going to be. My predecessor and the founder of ThinkQuest, Al Weiss, had a vision of what ThinkQuest could be. And just look where we are today. ThinkQuest has exceeded all of our hopes and dreams. To me, ThinkQuest represents a unique opportunity to show the world the power that young people have if only you give them the right support. And we desperately need that power. There are 1 billion young people who need the opportunity to learn and to develop the skills to be part of our modern world. And you here tonight are a beacon of hope to those young people. Tonight, we celebrate the success of our finalists. They are a whole new group of bright young people. In fact, every participant in the ThinkQuest Challenge, whether they made it here tonight or not, is a winner. They have shown that with determination and skill, everyone can make their own individual vision happen. Now, ThinkQuest is an opportunity to reach out to the international community. It is not an American event. It is not even a Swiss event, but rather a truly global event that nurtures and supports the free exchange of knowledge and information around the whole world. Now, I hope that when you look back on your ThinkQuest experience, you will see it as an example of the best of life's challenges. One where the challenge is not an end unto itself. Because the true goal of this contest is to team people together and to have them overcome obstacles. Many of you here tonight worked together on your projects, but did not meet until you arrived here. And now you are showing the world the modern meaning of collaboration. And finally, ThinkQuest gives young people a very real voice to a world audience. Everyone who has completed an entry in our library has created something that will be seen by the whole world. But with all of our success, we have so much more to look forward to. We are reaching out to have 1 million people participate in ThinkQuest over the next few years. And that is an inspiring and an incredible challenge for us to face. In addition, the coming years will give birth to new technologies, making the internet and the web even more powerful. And through ThinkQuest, you and other students like you will be the ones who will shape how that technology will come out. We would like to thank all of you students and coaches again this evening for making all of this possible. We have an ambitious program this evening, so let's get rolling before you all log me off. Please welcome our host this evening, the Director General of CERN, Professor Luciano Miami.
State Councilor, Excellencies, finalists, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CERN. I am delighted to see so many young faces from so many different nationalities in our auditorium. And first of all, I would like to congratulate all of you on reaching the finals of ThinkQuest, the Olympics of Internet. In the Olympics, the winners, the finalists are very important, but so too are all those who take part into the game. The same is in ThinkQuest, and I would like to pass my congratulations and admiration to all the 70 teams who participated in this challenge. I must tell you that young faces from many different countries is not entirely new here to CERN. Indeed, international collaboration is one of the raison d'etre and of the success of our laboratory. There are people from over 80 nationalities currently working at CERN, but I'm right in saying that someone's nationality is quickly forgotten here, whereas their energy, creativity, and competence are regarded much more important. We are here tonight to award prizes for excellent websites, and I thought I would mention that it was in this same auditorium that the very first conference on the potential of the World Wide Web was held. It was organized by the web's inventors, Tim Berners-Lee and Robert Caillot, and held in 1994. I find it difficult to believe that it is less than 7 years since the first meeting on the web was taken. There has been hardly a technological development which has been so rapidly transferred from fundamental research to everyday public use around the world. Why was the web invented at CERN? Well, the reason is, again, international collaboration. You cannot have it Collaboration is communication. You cannot have one without the other. And we had an urgent need for efficient, high-speed computer communication between scientists participating in CERN experiments who are spread all over the world. To get all these people together at the same place and the same time would be horribly difficult and also horribly expensive. Our need to communicate gave birth to the web. CERN is now engaged in a new accelerator project, the construction of the Large Hadron Collider, which will be at the frontier of particle physics for the next decades. Collaborations of the order of thousands of physicists are building sophisticated detectors which will observe collisions at energies never attained before. The huge amount of information carried by the collisions in the LHC will mean we require new communication means and a new infrastructure, the data grid, which promises to be the next step after the web. Computer and simulations and computer images that you have certainly seen about high-energy physics collisions bring me to a question which sometimes is asked to us. If we are so sure of the accuracy of our simulations, which we are, why then do we bother to do the experiments at all? Can't we live with a virtual reality produced by more and more powerful computers and find in this way the answer to our questions, like wind tunnels, which are replaced by computer simulations? Well, the fact is that our simulations reproduce what we know about the collisions, the result of the physical laws that we have discovered over the past decades, and which reproduce very well the bulk of what we will see in the real collisions at the LHC. But the fact is that we are interested in what we do not know, which will show up in exceedingly rare events which we must be ready to catch with our detectors. I like to compare the laws of nature to the ancient maps, which were very detailed around the Mediterranean Sea, but grew more and more fuzzy and finally black at the border. You could use these maps to make a computer simulation of a trip, say, from Egypt to northern Italy, but travel in new waters was out of the question. With the LHC, we shall investigate the behavior of nature in extreme conditions, never tried before, which we suspect are crucial to understanding the beginning of the universe or the nature of the dark matter which has been detected around galaxies. It has to do with the exploration of the world outside us, which requires dedication, ingenuity, integrity, but which has been and will continue to be a source of marvel and inspiration. I wish some of you will have the luck of going beyond the virtual computer world to meet the challenge of the laws of nature and to learn, as Richard Feynman was saying to the graduate students of Caltech, to learn how not to fool ourselves. It's time to conclude. The range of subjects covered by the sites which have been selected for the finals is really impressive. Science and mathematics, arts and literature, social sciences, sports and health, interdisciplinary subjects. I didn't notice a site on physics, but I know that you have all had the opportunity to visit our site today. And I hope we will see some of you back here in this auditorium in a few years as participants in CERN's programs. I would like to close by thanking the organizers of ThinkQuest, which have honored us with this manifestation for all the work they have put in to making this wonderful project a success. CERN is delighted to be hosting this prize-giving ceremony, and I hope you all will have an enjoyable evening. Thank you very much.
You know, there are a lot of really smart people in the audience here tonight. Now, I just got, can I ask this question? Thank you. You know, I just don't understand how they can collide these particles at high speed and do all these fancy experiments here that are just amazing. The these scientific discoveries here are amazing, but why did it take 2 days for the airline to find my luggage? I just don't get that. I don't get that. I guess there are some things that we still have to ponder. Anyway, on with ThinkQuest 2000. Now this evening, we're going to be presenting awards in 5 main categories: arts and literature, science and math, social sciences, sports and health, and interdisciplinary. Now, the teams within those categories are competing for one of 3 possible prizes: silver, gold, and platinum. Team members who win silver awards will each receive a $5,000 scholarship, and their coaches and schools will receive $1,000. Team members winning the gold award will each win $10,000, and their schools will get $2,000, and their coaches, the schools will get $1,000, and the coaches will get $2,000. And those teams who win the coveted Platinum Award will get $15,000 scholarships. Their coaches will be awarded $3,000 cash, and their schools $1,000 in cash. Now, in addition to these 5 categories, we have a number of special awards in a variety of categories. But I think it's time to stop talking about the ThinkQuest Awards and start giving some out. What do you think? All right. Our first awards this evening will be in the category of arts and literature. And to present these awards, I want you to welcome the state counselor to whom I alluded earlier, our very gracious hostess from the Republic and Canton of Geneva, Martina Brunschwig-Graf.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and dear students, it's a pleasure to be part of this exciting and important event. And I am particularly pleased to be presenting the awards for arts and literature. I want to say something, because as I heard General Director Mayani, I thought that it was very important to be here in the cell, because arts and literature can live together with sciences, and that means with nuclear research. And I see like a symbolic event, not a Geneva event, not a US event, but a symbolic event in this marriage. So, it's not a long time for a long speech, because you are waiting yet, and you need to know exactly what happens. I am the first, and I gave the first award presented for arts and literature. The winner of the silver award is musically inclined Eric.
Musically inclined. The work of
Eric Roux.
Chris Petz from Tracy, California. In collaboration with Benjamin Salco from Greenwich, New York. And Fiorel Condria from Romania, coached by Charles Petz and Andrea Salco. Musically Inclined includes games where you can test how good your musical ear is, and a forum where students may discuss the latest in the music world. This site includes a history of musical expression from prehistoric times to the computer age, biographies of the great classical composers, introductions to music theory and notation, interviews with musicians and instrument builders, plus an encyclopedic review of Western instruments. In the interactive concert hall, visitors are invited to post their own recordings next to those of the musical greats after listening to performances that range from classical to jazz. Musically Inclined.
Congratulations. And now the Gold Award in the Arts and Literature category. The fourth essential of life.
This is the collaboration of 3 students. From Azerbaijan, Fidan Akhundova. From Ukiah, California, Gary Gong. And from Los Olivos, California, Jamie Werner. Coached by Philip Boynton and Jesse Lyon. From the time Sappho walked the earth and inspired the ancient Greeks with the soft murmur of her music, to Y2K with the launch of the motion picture Fantasia 2000, music has been an essential element of human life. Beginning with the physics and mathematical bases of sound and music, of beat, rhythm, and tone, this site shows us the vital importance of music in education and health. With quizzes on music basics and music history, a monthly newsletter, and an expandable glossary of musical terms that invites visitor contributions, this site links us with a growing movement to explore and expand the role of music in our daily lives, the fourth essential of life.
The art of speech.
This is the Gold Award. The art of speech is the work of Steve Kessler from Van Nuys, California. Eric Schneider from Eagan, Minnesota. And all the way to the other side of the world from Singapore, Watson Teo. Coached by Rita Anderson, Ada Clevens, and Feng Fang Li. In a lifetime of speech, at work, school, or play, we all need to master the art of finding the right words to say what we mean. Tracing the history of oratory from Aristotle to Mao Zedong, this site teaches, step by step, the skills required to make our speech a co-creation with our listeners. Test your knowledge of le mot juste in the site's challenging animated quest. Add your thoughts to the forum, or send your friends a word to the wise via virtual postcard. Words apropos, make things go. The art of speech.
So congratulations. And now the recipients of the Platinum Award. And the Platinum Award winner for Arts and Literature is Hogwarts Online.
Hogwarts Online. The work of Judith Damon, Denver, Colorado. Working with Maria Langbecker from Rheinbeck, Germany. And Saskia Preissner from Berlin, Germany. Coached by Thorsten Skora. First, you take an entrance exam to the world's premier school for wizardry when you visit this comprehensive site on the worldwide Harry Potter phenomenon. Included are a database of witchcraft and wizardry, definitions of magic spells, animations, plus educational games that link students to real-world skills in mathematics and logic. Students from around the world are invited to communicate with fellow Hogwarts enthusiasts in multilingual chat spaces and to contribute to the Daily Prophet newsletter in many Harry Potter-inspired categories. Hogwarts Online.
And the Platinum Award winners for Arts and Literature are Van Gogh at Eton, Sketch, and Billboards.
Congratulations to the designers, Oyinda Oshinowo from Nigeria. From the Netherlands, Hans Westerbeek. And from Singapore, Juan Sen-Chen. And the winning coaches are Ko Kim-chan, Hans Lefebvre, and the Gangshu Senkupta. This site portrays the fire and enthusiasm of the painter's life, inspiring its visitors to observe the world with the eyes of an artist and capture its power in paint and pencil via an interactive art course. People everywhere are enthralled by one of the most influential and prolific artists of the past millennium, Vincent van Gogh. The site includes a timeline of the great artist's life, samples of his fervent letters, quizzes, jigsaw puzzles, and the Van Gogh Along the Highway project, in which students have created billboard-sized reproductions of the painter's work, seen daily by thousands of motorists. Congratulations, Van Gogh at Eton.
Thank you, everyone. And congratulations to the award recipient. And to all the rest of your winners. You can go after me. But I want only say one thing. I am certain, after I saw that you become the leaders we need for tomorrow. Good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Just do it. I mean, it seems like such a huge endeavor. And with ThinkQuest, I mean, there's only so many teams that make it, but anyone can do this. I mean, if I can do this, anyone can do this. I mean, it's not that hard. It's a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. It pays off. It's worth it. I mean, go to the library, read up some books. It's worth it. That's all I can say. Hi, and welcome to Citing the Percent. Hope you enjoy our site.
Seeing is truly believing.
Okay, I think after that, even I could be an artist. Hello again. I'm back up here because I personally wanted to make the next introduction. Our next guest is a true visionary. When the internet technology was at its most embryonic stage of development, he was already envisaging how the world would look in the future, 10 years, even 20 years in the future. And in addition, he felt that there was an opportunity to address this new technology, not just from the ivory towers of academia or from executive boardrooms, but to engage and involve the youth of the world from the very outset. And so here we are today, 5 years into the ThinkQuest Challenge, and the world is now embracing this internet technology, much in the way that he imagined all those years ago. So, please welcome the man who created and served in the job I now have, the founder of ThinkQuest, Alan Weiss. He keeps saying, that's enough, that's enough. He doesn't know what's coming next. Oh boy. You see, Al, I know just how important this group of people, this whole idea, and this event is to you. And so I wanted to give you something as a memento of it. But I also know that Al travels all of the time. And so it had to be something that would be small enough to fit in his knapsack. So here is a little memento. Oh my goodness. Oh. Now, that was just to distract you. I know everyone here wanted to offer you something unique, just for you, and something you will carry in your heart. This is done by everyone here, and is your personal memento. Al Weiss.
Wow. Thank you everybody. And thank you, Terry, for that sort of glowing, really glowing introduction. The past 5 years, I've been looking over these podiums and at the ThinkQuest players, and I've seen the light in their eyes, the hope in their hearts, and the smiles on their faces. And it really has been a highlight, I got to get through this, in my life. Now we're 2001, and I'm a few days older, quite a bit older, and this is our 5th ThinkQuest Challenge. I never would have imagined the richness of the sites, the lives that could be touched by this thing. This year, you know, I looked at all the sites, and they were absolutely spectacular. But even more spectacular, don't do that, Linda. Even more spectacular than the sites are the stories that go behind the sites about how the kids met and how the parents and the coaches helped. They brought tears to my eyes. I had to leave the room a couple times because I was crying so hard. Everyone here, thanks. You've exceeded my wildest dreams. You know, Terry told you that I was an internet fortune teller of sorts. I was lucky. I was really lucky. I bet on two things. I bet on kids, and I bet on technology. And that was a winning combination. It was kind of like over 15 years ago that I came up with this crazy idea to get kids to build educational content to teach other kids things. At that time, we were trying to figure out, it was 15 years ago. At that time, we were trying to figure out how to get the internet into the top universities in the United States. I figured, holy cow, if it's good for universities, it should be good for kids. Well, everyone applauded the idea. They thought it was great, and we went back to work. And we didn't have the time, we didn't have the money, we didn't have the, you know, you get busy in your day-to-day life. But I never forgot the idea. It was kind of put on the back burner. Finally, in 1995, my life changed. And I found myself with the resources, the time, the money, whatever. And this is important. I called a bunch of old friends and pulled in some favors, and they helped me structure it. And a couple months later, we announced ThinkQuest at the White House. And then I called some more of my friends, pulled in some more favors, and our first wave of national partners occurred. And I think the rest is history. And here we are, as I said before. What so many kids, coaches, schools, and some of our wonderful partners have done, you know, has exceeded my wildest expectations. But now, you know, some of you know that every year, because some of you have been here once or twice or more, every year I make a special plea, and I'm going to do it again this year. One day, and you kids are going to make it, one day, if you're lucky enough to give back, don't just write a check. Give yourself. Give your time, your effort, your contacts. Stop. You're only on the first leg of a really important journey. And if you really give back, this world is going to be such a better place. Thanks.
Thank you, Al. It's always nice to hear about dreams that come true. Well, speaking of dreams, who would have dreamed that the most prestigious scientific research facility in the world would have its own beloved rock and roll band? And a girl group at that. Well, they've been called the one and only high-energy rock band, and they sing about everything from quarks and colliders and microwaves to antiprotons and the internet. It's said that when Tim Berners-Lee wanted to post the first ever photo on the web, that he thought, what can I put up, what can I put up? And he ran down the office and he grabbed our next guest's CD cover, which he then scanned into World Wide Web history. So ladies and gentlemen, it's now my pleasure to give a warm welcome to Les Horribles Cernettes.
attraction, it's a strong interaction. You brought me up, yeah, yeah, I feel your charm. You brought me down, I feel so straight. You brought me top, go, go, on hyper-chop. You brought me by, shoot, shoot, on iso-spin. You spin me round, 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 yeah. Spin me round, 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 yeah. Spin me round, 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 yeah. I feel your attraction, it's a strong interaction. It's a strong interaction. Round, 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 yeah. Spin me round, 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 yeah. Spin me round, 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 yeah. Spin me round, 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 yeah. Round and yeah. Round and yeah. Round and yeah. Round and Merci very much. Ciao.
That wasn't so horrible. Pretty magnifique. They can send me email anytime. Well, the Cernettes will be back later, but right now it's time to acknowledge our wonderful host country, Switzerland, that has been gracious enough to welcome us here tonight for this event. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's now please welcome the Director, Science and Future, Micro-Cultural Percentage, Dominique Landwehr.
My pleasure as your Swiss host to welcome you in Geneva. Let me give you a special welcome to a few of the Swiss guests who have not been mentioned yet. Verena Dolker from Zurich, I can't see you, but I know you're up there. She's been active in so many organizations that I can't number them all. She's for me the grand lady of Swiss educational media. A special thank goes also to our friends from Blue Win, also sitting up there. They have been taking care of this necklace that you have been wearing now for a couple of days. Thank you very much. Thank you very much also to our friends from Lego and Macromedia who are supporting us in our Internet ThinkQuest contest in Switzerland. I'm going to present some of the ThinkQuest participants with the Honorary Mention Award. But before that, I would like to tell you a little bit more about our country in a way that you maybe have not seen before. First of all, you might have heard of this special way of singing in Switzerland called yodeling. Well, please direct your attention to the screen for a short sample.
Thema von der Runde, wenn das Wort verwendet wäre. Möglicherweise sähe alles besser aus. Ich hätte eine Frau, ich hätte ein Auto und ich hätte ein Haus.
Okay, well, you might have noticed that this was a yodel in rap style from a CD which has been produced by the Micro-Cultural Percentage. You might not have understood much since the language used was Swiss German. Some people call this language a disease of the throat. As a matter of fact, As a matter of fact, it is one of 4 official languages in Switzerland. And it's also the language of our first Swiss guest. Please welcome Patrick Karpichenko. Patrick is now 15 years old. 2 years ago, he was the youngest Swiss participant in ThinkQuest with a side on the thing Hair. Patrick is here to tell you a little bit about his life and share a series of pictures which he took himself entitled My Switzerland.
Okay, welcome to my daily life in Switzerland. Here you see our Swiss national animal, the cow. I live in Jegensdorf. That's a small village near the Swiss capital Bern. This is the castle of Jegensdorf. And here I am, the king of the castle. Although my home is my real castle, but here, I'm sorry, I'm off for school. Sometimes on weekends, I and my parents enjoy a wonderful breakfast. That's my mother. She's just watching my father, and he's trying out his turbo lawn mower with built-in TV. Yeah, 2 friends, Simon and I, we're working with my notebook. For this notebook, I saved a long time and earned money by creating flash films. The girls from my class. Here are even more girls. Music is one of my hobbies. I like to sing, and on the slide I'm playing trumpet in our band. Here you see my cat Socrates. But I also have to go to school. Here I'm sitting in front of our school. Another hobby is traveling around in Switzerland. Here you see me hiking in the mountains. And once coming out of the fog, you see an amazing view. Yes, that was my short trip through my daily life in Switzerland. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Patrick. Having been in Switzerland for a few days, you might know some of the big cities such as Zurich, Geneva, Bern, and others. Cities of Switzerland. Normally you would expect that these cities would also be places where the most successful Swiss ThinkQuest participants in the past 2-3 years have come from. But that's not correct, as the following video will illustrate.
Dass das Motorrad eigentlich gar nicht zur Schweiz gehört.
Einige Zermotter sind im 14. Jahrhundert über diese Pässe nach Italien oder ins Zinal ausgewandert.
Wollen wir das an?
Was geht's da?
Siehst du wohl da graue Flagge am Kreis? Der Moloses kann das Blau. Wie machen wir das nachher? Warte. Schwarz und Gelb übermalen hier. Kann man das einmal aufschreiben?
Und er hat eben das Gästebuch gehabt und da hat sich der Gast eingeschrieben und hat dann auch geschrieben, warum er zum Beispiel nach Zermatt gekommen ist. Das sind verschiedene Aufnahmen, die wir haben in unserem Archiv oder Anfang.
Ich habe nur gesehen, dass da steht auf der Seite etwas drauf getan. Dass das da schnell und etwas macht. Nicht so, dass es das ist, dass es lautet, aber er kommt nicht.
This remarkable video was shot 2 years ago, and I just want to add that unfortunately, only one team made it to the contest. The other team had a very ambitious plan, but then did not finish in time. This happens also to us. It's my pleasure now to have one of the members of the team from this film you have seen up on stage. It's Thomas Eckel. Hello, Thomas. We'd like to know more what makes the Valle so particular, interesting for multimedia people, internet designers. It seems to be a very attractive place.
Well, where I live, it's like pretty isolated and stuff, and one might say like it's because of the good milk or like because of the wonderful air or whatever. Dominic wanted me to say because we're so isolated, it's like so important that we've got the internet there. But well, I don't know, I think like the most important like thing or like the reason why we like having the internet as such a like big thing there is just like it's so nice to say hello to somebody from Japan or Asia or Chile or something like that. It's just networking everything, and I think that's just, yeah, the big deal about the internet.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Over 6,800 kids have participated this year in ThinkQuest. The 75 finalists are present tonight. Another 43 teams have received honorary mention awards. As we are the Swiss national partner for ThinkQuest, I'm proud also to have 2 honorary mention award winners from Switzerland, and they're here among us. Please welcome Frédéric Gournu and Antoine Wittmer. Frédéric, together with 2 students from Singapore, you created the website, The Thinking Machine. Congratulations. The second honorary mention award winner from Switzerland is Antoine Wittmer. Antoine and his team created the website Human Genetics, Heredity, Diseases, Molecular Biology and Medicine. Antoine collaborated with a student from Poland and Singapore to create this site. Congratulations, Antoine. Thank you very much one more time being with us here in Geneva, and I hope to see you again in this place.
Thank you very much, Dominic. Now on to the Sports and Health Awards. I retired again last year, as most of you know, and I took a few mountain biking trips. I went skiing a few times, I kayaked, I slid down cables over the top of trees and rainforests, and explored some of the best restaurants in Europe. Well, the damage was pretty severe. I had a broken nose, leg, few broken ribs. The food had an equally damaging effect. I couldn't get into my ski suit and had to buy another one. So I think that's why Terry asked me to hand out the Sports and Health Awards this year. You know, I was a real sort of like, whatever. Okay, so on to the awards. The first award presented tonight will be the Silver Award, and the recipient of the Silver Award in the Sports and Health category is the Human Genome and Leukemia.
This site was created by Daniel Tran from Irvine, California, in collaboration with Nikki Tran, Irvine, California, and Huatlin Tran, Huntington Beach, California. And their coaches were Alan Tran. Visitors to this site will learn of the triumphs and difficulties facing leukemia patients and the hope offered by the Human Genome Project as it completes the mapping of human DNA, offering a concise and comprehensive review of possible causes, diagnoses, and current leukemia treatments available. Visitors will also find a timeline tracing the history of genetics from Austrian botanist Gregor Mendel's pioneering work on heredity to recent advances in genetic engineering and cloning. Games and interactive quizzes round out the learning experience on this information-packed site focused on finding a cure. Human Genome and Leukemia. Congratulations.
It says ab lib, but I've done enough of that. And now to the Gold Award for the Sports and Health category. And we have 2 Gold Awards tonight. And the first recipient of the Gold Award is Eyesight and Insight.
And the winning designers are from New Delhi, India, Rohan Dan. From Faridabad, India, Mayank Gandhi. And from New Delhi, India, Rohan Seth. And their coaches were Amit Arora and Partho Mondal. Dedicated to opening our eyes to the anatomy and care of our precious lens on the world, this site covers topics from the physiology of color vision to the dangers of ocular degeneration and disease. Included are nutritional, yoga, and vision training approaches to the maintenance of visual health, plus audio clips on protecting your vision from pollution, both at the computer and during extreme sports, complete with puzzles, video, and tips for visitors who don't want to strain their eyes on text. This site also urges us to consider the valuable contributions that eye banks and eye donations offer to thousands across the globe who need help. Congratulations, Eyesight and Insight.
These sites are awesome. Okay, now the second recipient of the Gold Award for Sports and Health category, and I have to tell you that I've also been bitten by a brown recluse spider. And so I know a little bit about this, and when I looked at the site, I looked at the brown recluse spider on the site, and it's kind of hard. Is poisonous plants and animals, danger and use, beauty and fun.
And our winning designers are from Varna, Bulgaria, Lian Ilyev. From Varna, Bulgaria, Maria Varbanova. And from Varna, Bulgaria, Orlin Zhikov. And their coach, Angel Miktev. A wide range of species, from the amphibian poison dart frog to the common caterpillar, are described and classified according to habitat and biological origin in this site on poisonous plants and animals. Special attention is given to the behavior of venomous snakes and insects, including advice on how to avoid a deadly bite, and the science of toxicology and therapeutic first aid. Also included are amazing stories from a variety of cultures, a fun fact collection, plus information on the medicinal use of plant and animal poisons. Congratulations, poisonous plants and animals.
If I had looked at that site first, I would have avoided the brown recluse bite. And now on to the Platinum Award for the Sports and Health category. And the Platinum Award winner is Sighting. The first sense. Seeing is believing.
And this winner is the collaboration of Morris Chen from San Diego, California, Brad Galliette from Essex, Connecticut, and from Singapore, Galvin Singh, coached by Jason Anderson and Rosemary Anderson. Offering a breadth of educational tools and resources on sight and visual perception, this fascinating internet resource is divided into sections including eye function, disorders, and safety. Properties of light and color are beautifully illustrated in the context of exercises and illusions that demonstrate the influences affecting what we see and what we may think we see. The unique Java-enriched Vision Lab tests our knowledge and contributes to a growing database on vision-related themes. Congratulations, Platinum winners, citing the first sense. Seeing is believing.
Thank you, everybody.
Watson, Eric, and I had never met each other before, and how we came together was purely online, which made it that much more interesting and challenging to work together and find common ground. Well, the best part of collaborating is we could not have done this alone. We each brought in our own separate knowledge, which made it that without each other we really couldn't have done it. But the hardest part about working with each other would have been our own working styles and how each of us did things differently, which made it sometimes frustrating for the other ones.
You know, students, listening to you share your thoughts and feelings on these videos has really given me, and I think all of us, a little bit of insight onto what motivates you. And I have to say, on behalf of all of us, I think it's pretty inspiring. This evening is getting more and more exciting by the minute. There's so much talent here, so much creativity, so much intellect, all in this room. But really not just in this room, but all around CERN. And we are honored to have one of CERN's finest scientists here with us this evening to help Terry Rogers present the Science and Math Awards. Please join me in welcoming Nobel Prize winner for physics in 1988, Professor Jack Steinberger.
You know, when I was 19 years old, I had two ambitions. One was to come to CERN, and one was to be a Nobel Prize-winning physicist. I think this is the closest I'm ever going to get to it. Excuse me. Thank you, and welcome, Dr. Steinberger. I'm honored to be up here presenting with you with such a distinguished Nobel Prize winner. And in this room with some of the next generation of Nobel Prize winners. You know, I always wanted to be one, as I said, and I don't think I'm going to do any better than this. So, the first award presented in the Science and Math category will be the Silver Award. And once again, we have 3 Silver Award recipients. And the first silver winner is Carbon is Forever.
Carbon is Forever is the collaboration of 3 students from Ireland. Kevin Brew from Meath, Ireland. Dermot Duffy from Meath, Ireland. And Owen Foley from Meath, Ireland. And their coaches are Eamon Duffy, Tom McLaughlin, and Ailish Mullen. Your name is Bond. Carbon Bond. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to unravel the mysteries of organic chemistry. Take your molecular chances in a battle to save the world at this site's mission headquarters, finding out how carbon bonds in different ways to form over 2 million compounds, 4 times that of all the other elements combined. From diamonds to thermoplastics, alkenes to aromatics, you'll quickly become a master of carbon jargon and bonding behavior when you visit and play this elegantly written and colorfully crafted site. Congratulations, Carbon is Forever.
Congratulations to you. And the second silver winner is Greatest Inventions, the Evolution of Man Through History.
This site is the collaboration of two students from Bulgaria, Kirill Angov and Svetlin Zhivkov, coached by Valentino Olenikova. From the creation of Gutenberg's printing press to the digital video disc, this site guides us briskly through the history of technological advancement and invention. Hop on the Learning Cab for a special effects-enhanced trip through an intriguing series of guessing games where you'll untwist and ungoo your way to knowledge. Timelines, biographies of inventors from Bell to Nobel, plus an extensive collection of web-based resources will inspire you to follow the application of genius to practical breakthroughs that continue to change the world. Congratulations, Greatest Inventions.
And our third silver winner is Forces of Nature.
This site represents the work of three students, all from different parts of the world. From Australia, Emily Boyd. From San Diego, California, Helen Chang. And from Cairo, Egypt, Mohammed Kamal El-Zohairi. And their coaches were Jason Alexander, Rosemary Anderson, and Kathy Donnelly. Natural disasters can happen at any time or any place. It's important to know how they function and how to prepare. This site is dedicated to developing a worldwide dialogue on our dynamic planet's most powerful workings, from avalanches to forest fires and floods. Featuring multimedia and animated simulations, historical case studies, curriculum aids, and classroom experiments, plus an extensive collection of resources on natural disaster prediction and prevention. This site offers visitors an opportunity to share the personal impact of natural disasters in their own words. Congratulations, Greatest Inventions. Forces of Nature.
And now we get to the Gold Award. And the Gold Award goes to Cellupedia.
Cellupedia is the work of David Cheng from Wilmington, Delaware. Robert Wong, Conway, Arkansas. And Feng Zhang from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And their coaches were Ben Peterson and Benjamin Silverman. The basic unit for all living organisms is the cell, and Cellupedia offers an interactive introduction to what makes this building block of life work. Through a graphical virtual tour of cellular structures, the site unravels the micro-machineries that help weave the fabric of everyday life. With challenging quizzes and real-time multiplayer games, Cellupedia provides links to current news articles and relevant scientific papers, building greater understanding of advancements in modern biology and medicine. Cellupedia.
And now for Science and Math, the Platinum Award. And the Platinum Award goes to Dinosaur Trek.
This site is the work of the three following designers. Laura Eckstein, New Prague, Minnesota. Brandon Miller, Clarion, Iowa. And Megan Shimota, Prior Lake, Minnesota. Their coaches were Joshua Barn and TJ Fletcher. Enter a virtual world. Travel back millions of years through time and place and rediscover an exciting prehistoric world. Did you know that the first authentic dinosaur track was discovered in 1802 in South Hadley, Massachusetts, when a boy plowed up a slab of reddish rock containing mysterious footprints? This site invites students and teachers to join in classroom partnerships, offering fascinating facts, games, stories, lesson plans, and a unique email and expert feature. Do you want to solve the next paleontology mystery? Our sensors indicate a possible sauropod in Jurassic United Kingdom, so let's head there next. Thank you, Dr. Steinberg, and thank you, Terry. Our next musical performer this evening is a young pianist who has established herself as an eminent soloist and chamber musician of unique artistry and musicianship. She was born in St. Petersburg and began studying piano at the age of 4. She has won numerous international piano competitions and has been a soloist with major orchestras all throughout the world. Ladies and gentlemen, here to perform 5 pieces from Vision Fugitive by Sergei Prokofiev, please welcome Elizaveta Blumina. Elisabetta Blumina. Thank you, Elisabetta. Well, we're using both sides of our brain this evening. Now, here to present the awards for social sciences this evening, I have the pleasure to introduce Dr. Linda Roberts, who's the former director of the United States Office of Educational Technology and special advisor to the Secretary of Education. Dr. Roberts is widely regarded as the national leading advocate for educational technology in the U.S., and for the past 8 years, she has led President Clinton's programs in this field. Since the inception of ThinkQuest, Linda has been a staunch supporter of ThinkQuest through the years and has been extremely helpful to the organization's development. Dr. Roberts.
Thank you, Eric. It is such a privilege to be part of the ThinkQuest Awards ceremony. And I can't tell you how delighted I have been to be able to spend these days with the teams of students, visit with their coaches, talk to parents, and talk to other friends of ThinkQuest. This is really an amazing undertaking. And I think that the real power of this, this competition and this activity is, and something probably you all don't think about, but it's what you leave behind. It's what you put onto the web and leave for so many other students and teachers all over the world. And I can tell you that as someone who has worked very, very hard to wire classrooms in the United States and to help teachers in the United States use technology well and wisely, you are really part of my success story, because so many of the resources that you have put together are now being used by classrooms all over the United States, and I'm certain all over the world. So let's get to the awards, and we're going to begin with the first silver awards. There are again going to be 3 silver winners in the social sciences category. And the first winner is World Mail.
World Mail represents the work of 3 students. From Brisbane, Australia, Richard Billington. From Bellevue, Washington, Kevin Dart. And back across the world to Singapore, James Huang. They were coached by Hannah Gui. From ancient Greece, where couriers ran messages by foot, to the development of advanced global airmail systems, this site delivers a whirlwind tour through the history and future of postal technology. Learn how modern postal services work, see the equipment used to help sort and deliver mail, and read about other postal-related issues such as security and economics. You'll find descriptions of postal systems in over 60 countries, read on-location interviews with postal employees, learn the needs that gave rise to the earliest postal services, and contribute to international discussion on the postal services of the future. World Mail, congratulations.
Congratulations. The second silver award winner is E-Cyclopedia.
E-Cyclopedia, designed by Philippe Biswal from California. Maria Alejandra Herosa from Buenos Aires, Argentina. And Zach Levine from Danville, California. The world of psychology for beginning students and educators alike includes history, theory, and application from the early contributions of the Greek philosophers to Freud, Abraham Maslow, and Carl Rogers. An in-depth 10-lesson course covers topics from biology and behavior to social psychology and psychotherapy, while streaming video interviews give us expert opinions on research and applications. Online quizzes, user-rated links to resources, information on career paths, a chat forum, and a message board allow visitors to interact with this internet-based learning resource. E-Cyclopedia.
Congratulations. Now, the third silver award winner is Products of Our Environment.
Products of Our Environment is the work of two students. Agnes Lim from Singapore. And in Canada, Leonard Scrablish. They were coached by Mary Scrablish. Your views, the way you act, and other aspects of your life are often shaped by the people around you. This site reviews what influences our behavior and our beliefs. Cognitive consistency and dissonance theory is related to roles we play, peer pressure, character, moral strength, and group interaction. The role of films, television, and commercials in shaping us is explored, while visitors are given ample opportunity to vote on, debate, and contribute their own life experiences throughout this web-based lab on the social environment we all share. Products of Our Environment. Congratulations.
And now for the Gold Award. And the winner is the Energy Planet.
The Energy Planet was designed by Sista Faber from the Netherlands, Yong N. Na from Singapore, and Joel Reiner from Pennsylvania, coached by Onno Faber, Bradford Hovenen, and Jeroen Janssen. This site focuses on current forms of energy generation and opens us to future possibilities. Original shockwave animation on power sources from coal to natural gas, nuclear, hydroelectric, wind, and solar power are included, with information on fuel cells, the potential for nuclear fusion, and biographies from Ampere to Edison. Experiments on topics like electrical sensors and steam power, a timeline on energy generation and use, and a look at how energy was historically harnessed in different cultures allow us to consider alternatives available to us today. The Energy Planet. Congratulations.
Congratulations, and I have to tell you all that my spouse, Michael Roberts, is going to take this site back to his colleagues at the Department of Education, Department of Energy, and have them all view it, because it's really quite wonderful. And now to the Platinum Award, which you've all been waiting for. And the Platinum Award in Social Sciences goes to Voyage of Exploration, Discovering New Horizons.
This site was designed by three students. Elizabeth Cowling from Ballarat, Australia. Hilke Dijkstra from the Netherlands. And Ben Mabey from Salt Lake City, Utah. And their coaches were Jason Anderson, Rosemary Anderson, and Carrie Howard. For countless centuries, people have ventured forth into new areas they've hungered to explore. This site follows in the footsteps of some of the world's greatest explorers, from Marco Polo to Vasco da Gama, Alexander the Great to Neil Armstrong, reliving their adventurous expeditions as they navigated the unknown. With an extensive database, exquisite graphics, animated maps, polls, and lesson plans, this site invites us to help chart a course for the future as we create what's next in extending the human and universal quest for exploration. Voyage of Exploration. Congratulations.
And congratulations to all of the social science winners.
And now, to present the Ability Award, please welcome the publisher of Ability Magazine, Chet Cooper.
Sit, thank you. I had a script laid out, but I'm going to try to make this a little bit shorter because it's getting long, but I'm going to try and interact with the audience if possible. I'm going to say something, and everyone interact from what I say, and let's see if this works. Spell post. Okay, good. I know there's different languages here, so, okay, let's try it one more time. Spell post. What do you put in a toaster? Okay, good. Now, what I did is I basically conditioned your thoughts just now. By having you do this, you just said you put toast in a toaster. Now, everyone knows you put bread in a toaster. And the reason I did that, it's silly, but the reason I did that is our publication deals with disability issues, and we've created an award, and this award is basically to try to change the attitudes of people with disabilities, because we all have a conditioned response to the word disability. So, simply put, the Ability Magazine Award is set up with our nonprofit organization, Ability Awareness, and it's basically ThinkQuest Challenge participants that can get an extra scholarship if one or more students with a disability enter and win the Ability Magazine Award. We're sponsored by Mitsubishi Foundation, and the winner is, I don't know who the winner, the Able Disabled.
The Able Disabled is an ambitious site with a multifaceted goal. Besides being an important information resource for many types of learning disabilities, the site is a meeting place and public forum where those with disabilities can get together. The site is a one-stop answer for those with specific questions or general curiosity, as well as for the casual web surfer.
Just to let you know, the Able Disabled just happens to be a focus on disabilities. It didn't have to be. So thank you and congratulations to the winner.
Thank you. And now, to acknowledge and present several special awards, please welcome a woman that keeps this internet challenge online all year round. Please give a warm welcome to a woman who's worked very hard, the Executive Director of ThinkQuest, Lisa Ernst.
Thank you, Eric. It's been a great evening. And Eric is right. The ThinkQuest Internet Challenge is a full-time job. But when I see your faces here tonight, it is all worthwhile. You know, when I was in high school, and I developed a project from the science fair, my teacher gave me a grade, I brought it home, perhaps my parents would marvel at my creativity. And even sometimes, my grandparents would be quite proud of me. But ThinkQuest has taken school projects to an entirely new level. By empowering students to publish on the web, not only can they control their own learning, but they can, in a small way, impact the world. Think about it. Your projects are no longer just revered by your family members and tossed into the basement, but rather, your work can now live for the whole world to see. What's more, you can share knowledge with other kids and have a positive effect on their lives. The first special award that I wish to acknowledge this evening is the AZA Award. The AZA Award is presented by the American Zoo and Aquarium Association. The goal of AZA is to encourage students to ask questions, embrace scientific inquiry, and cherish nature. The AZA Award was created to support ThinkQuest in rewarding young people to use the internet to share information about nature and conservation. And the winner of this year's AZA Award is Butterflies on the Wings of Freedom.
And the student designers are Romel Cinzio from San Diego, California, Stephanie Jagelka from Egval, Germany, Stephanie Lau from Hong Kong, and coaches Detlef Lingner and Jack Ng. Congratulations.
Our next special award is the Digital Diplomacy Award, sponsored by the U.S. Department of State. The Digital Diplomacy Award recognizes an outstanding student website that teaches the importance of international affairs and diplomacy. This award was already presented to the winning team in Washington, D.C. for their site, An End to World Hunger, Hope for the Future. In a very creative and compelling way, this site outlines the facts, causes, and most importantly, the potential solutions to what may well be our planet's most pervasive and pressing problem. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a hearty round of applause to this year's Digital Diplomacy Award winners, Lyndon Liggett, Nicola Mankey, Michael Robbins, and their coaches, Catherine Bronson, Hans Mankey, and Doug Ross. The next award of this year's Internet Challenge is the GEM Award, and it is very near and dear to my heart. The GEM Award is awarded to a team whose entry in a previous ThinkQuest Internet Challenge did not win an award, but has since become widely used and has high educational value and meets a compelling educational need. The winners of the GEM Award will receive a $10,000 scholarship for each student and a $2,000 scholarship for their coach. The winner of the GEM Award is Math for Morons Like Us.
Math for Morons Like Us was designed by J. Robert Andrus from Utah, John Pruis from Utah, and Garrett Stetler from Utah, coached by Jeff Hollist. Need math help? From addition to algebra, quadratic equations to calculus, if you have a question, you can multiply your chances for finding the answer at this site, whose popularity and growth has been nothing short of exponential. Tutorials, sample problems, and quizzes abound, along with a searchable formula database and one of the most active question submittal sections on the ThinkQuest servers. The creators of this site began with a simple premise for solving the trickiest of formulas: an internet community for those unafraid to ask and learn. Math for Morons Like Us. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Garrett and Jeff. Unfortunately, Garrett and Jeff are the only members here to accept their awards this evening because their partners, Robert Andrus and John Pruis, are both away on missionary projects. Garrett, Jeff, please make sure you pass on our warmest congratulations to your team members. And now to present the winners of the Interdisciplinary Award, please welcome our distinguished Egyptian partner. She is here representing RITSIG, the Regional Information Technology and Engineering Center in Cairo. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to my friend and my colleague, Heba Ramsey.
Thank you, Lisa. Lisa is a dear friend and a great partner and truly a wonderful person to know. Thank you all. It's truly an honor to be here tonight, and it's a great pleasure for me to be part of this event and participate in giving this wonderful award. ThinkQuest has been a great program in Egypt, and it had done a lot of things for our participants. I have always believed in ThinkQuest and always supported its philosophy, its vision, and also the way it inspires people and inspires us all. I'm really happy to be here, and I wanted to share with you these moments, and thank you for giving me this chance. It's my pleasure to give this award in the interdisciplinary category, the creative boundary-free category, and the first award is the Silver Award. Tonight, we have 2 Silver Award winners. The first one goes to the iFairground.
iFairground was designed by 3 students from Dublin, Ireland: Robin Blanford. From Galesburg, Illinois, Kyle Fritz. And from Seattle, Washington, Angela Taggart. Their coaches were Cheryl Hinman, Jonah Peretti, and Cameron Taggart. Colorfully bringing history, math, and physics to the subject of amusement park rides and family entertainment, this site educates students about science and safety and the ups and downs of business. Special features include interviews with a carousel restoration expert, a Media Lab MIT professor, the creator of the programmable Lego RCX, and others. A teaching guide to the site, plus games and forums, and surveys for student contributions, encourage a wide range of approaches to learning, both in the classroom and on the internet. iFairground, congratulations.
Congratulations. And the second silver winner goes to the Learning Curve.
The Learning Curve is the work of 3 students from all over the country, all over the world. From Edmonton, Canada, Kim Kruger. From Taiwan, Pei Yinglin. And from Estonia, Yaen Sol. Their coaches were Dave Hay, Henry Lin, and Del Taylor. Have you ever wondered how people learn and how we shape our own learning ability? From an historical and cross-cultural base that tracks learning theory from Confucius to Skinner, Holman to Piaget, this site focuses on both internal and external influences affecting learning ability and teaches techniques to maximize learning potential. Exploring the variety of styles exhibited by exceptional learners, it features an effective learning tutorial and simulation, a memory game, a forum, and quizzes to test your knowledge on learning theory and practice. The Learning Curve. Congratulations.
Congratulations. And now the Gold Award. And we tonight also have 2 awards. And the first winner is the unwritten Saving Your Photo Stories for the Future.
This website was the work of Mandy Bundy from Soldotna, Alaska. Also from Soldotna, Alaska, Carissa Powers. And from the state of Minnesota, Sharana Smith. Their coaches were Julie Smith, Bernadette Wensley, and Carol Zuckert. Join the quest to place your life in the context of history. Every day, everywhere, millions of personal photos are saved. These photos are the repositors of people's lives and genealogy as generation follows generation. Will anybody know you 100 years from now? Through fill-in kits and interactive exercises to build your sleuthing skills for dates and details, this site helps us research, write, and archive precious memories through the use of oral history, family mapping, and biography. The Silver Award to the Gold.
And now, the second Gold Award goes to Butterflies on the Wings of Freedom.
As previously mentioned, this work was created by Romel Cinzio from San Diego, California. Stephanie Jagelka from Egval, Germany. And Stephanie Lau from Hong Kong. And their coaches were Detlef Lingner and Jack Ng. Many people appreciate the beauty of butterflies, but aren't aware how these marvels of nature are constructed. In the section Butterflies for Kids, the biology and everyday world of these creatures is presented through learning activities and single-frame animation films to install in young children a respect for both butterflies and nature. For older students, the butterfly's meaning in literature, legend, and art is presented, along with original high-speed film and electron microscopy, portraying the butterfly's elegant form and function. Behavior from migration to metamorphosis is covered, along with the role of humans in preserving and protecting this most precious species. Butterflies on the Wings of Freedom. Congratulations.
And now, the winner of the top prize, the Platinum Prize. The winner is the Replicator Evolutionary Powerhouses.
This site is a collaboration between Vitaly Isayev from Russia, Kate Stafford from Yakima, Washington, and Sergei Titov from Russia. Take charge of evolution through this site, which balances philosophy, ethics, and evolutionary science as seen through the prism of the basic unit of natural selection, replicators. The site covers sociology from Darwin to Dawkins, linguistics, and the study of memes as a unit of cultural change. Innovative simulations allow you to breed your own text from basic sentences and build your own on-screen biomorphs and overcome simulated viral infection. You'll want to visit Replicators News and forums for links to the latest in evolutionary exploration. The Platinum to Replicators, evolutionary powerhouses.
Congratulations to all of you. You have a great future waiting for you and lots of opportunities. Thank you very much.
I think it was such a prestigious competition around the world, and it was such an exciting opportunity to actually.
We really tried a new approach in making our site, and we didn't want to follow the traditional formula that had been set for ThinkQuest sites. We didn't want to make an online encyclopedia with just straight facts. We really tried to do something new and innovative to give a human feeling to our project.
And now, please welcome the ladies that put the matter back in antimatter, les horribles cernettes.
You can ring and I won't show up. You can phone and I won't pick up. You can write and you can fax, straight in the scrap. You can scream and you can shout and I won't wake up. But you can catch me on the web. Click me
Merci beaucoup.
To present the Coach of the Year award, our next presenter is the That fell on the word technology. There's poetry there. Our next presenter is the technical coordinator of the Dennis Yarmouth Regional School District in South Yarmouth, Massachusetts. She's the creator of her own guide for educators' website. It's an invaluable tool for fellow educators to identify web resources to enhance their units of study. A former ThinkQuest coach, now judge, please welcome Kathy Schrank.
I was thinking of trying out for the Cernettes, but I don't know. Thank you, Eric, and thank you, everyone, for the warm welcome. It is really a pleasure to present the Coach of the Year award, partly because I was a ThinkQuest junior coach for 2 years, and really because I'm a mom, and I believe that the ThinkQuest Challenge offers the opportunity and affords children everywhere the chance to grow. Among the ThinkQuest criteria for being a coach is to be able to give regular help and coaching assistance to the students to be coached. As a coach myself, I know that coaching goes far beyond that single sentence, encompassing extraordinary help with many personal items, homework, food, and other types of community support. In my mind, coach is another word for caring. I believe perhaps the greatest contribution that we can make to our children is to teach them what we already know and then guide them in a direction where they can discover what we have yet to learn. And that is what all of your coaches have done. The coaches have shared their knowledge, their love, their support, and their commitment to all of the participants on all of the teams. That being said, it is only fitting that we present this next award for Coach of the Year. Ladies and gentlemen, the ThinkQuest Challenge Coach of the Year is Rosemary Anderson.
Rosemary has coached 4 teams in the last 4 years. This year, she coached 4 teams, 3 of which made it here to the finals. She coached 4 teams in 1999, 1 team in 1998, and 1 team back in 1997. Rosemary is deeply committed to the coaching process and the students she works with. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Lisa Ernst.
Thank you, Kathy, and congratulations, Rosemary. And our deepest thanks to all our honorable presenters who have really made this a truly memorable evening. But talk about memories. We sure have built a lot over this weekend. Working together, playing together, and getting to know each other a little bit better. All leading up to this wonderful awards ceremony. Well, over the weekend, we've captured some of the highlights of these past few days, and we'd like to share them with you now.
think they had fun, or what? And now, as our awards event comes to a close and we prepare for our banquet celebration, we are about to take back one of the awards. Yes, we are. Because I will be replacing it with the final award for the ThinkQuest Internet Challenge 2000, the award for the best of contest. Each winner will receive a $25,000 scholarship. Their coaches will receive $5,000 each, and $2,000 will go to their schools. And the winner of the ThinkQuest Internet Challenge 2000 award for the best of contest is Citing the First Sense.
Once more, congratulations. Citing the First Sense.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a great night, and you've been a wonderful audience. If there's any money left over from the awards, I've got some envelopes with my name on them by the door. But you'd probably do it online, and then I wouldn't be able to get it. Anyway, it's almost time to go celebrate. Almost.
But before we do, please bear with me as I thank the many people who've helped us here tonight. And I'm going to speak as quickly as I can, Internet OC192 connection speed. So here we go. Professor Mayani and the many people at CERN, our distinguished diplomatic guests, and State Councillor Brunswick Graf, all our partners, and particularly our Swiss partner, Dominic Landwehr, our distinguished presenters, and our very talented musical artists, the ThinkQuest and Glincom team, their staff, and their spouses who have worked around the clock to make this happen tonight. And finally, the most important thank you of all, to you, the parents, the coaches, and especially the students. It's you who make all this worthwhile. Congratulations to you. You have made all of us winners. Just one last word. You have proven that the world is no longer as vast as it used to be, and that the technology has brought us all so much closer together. And way back in 1952, this precedent was set right here at CERN. That's when the world family collaborates in a collaborative spirit. Anything is possible by us. So, take what you have learned, apply it to yourselves, think about the world around you, use it to continue to grow, and do one other thing. Share it with everyone else. New challenges await you, and new quests are afoot. Good night.